And we're going to take a moment here as we play a little bit of musical chairs with our guests here in the studio. I want to remind you you're watching Health This Week. If you'd like more information or like to see this program again at our website, go there, healththisweek.com. I'm now joined by one of the busiest people I know, and it's perfect conversation what we're just about to talk about, Dr. Sheila Foreman. She's a clinical psychologist. She's also an attorney. She's also a published author, radio and television personality. I'm glad you have time for us, Sheila.
I'm glad to be here, Don. Thank you.
Well, you know, talking about being busy, I mean, nowadays, we all have cell phones. I mean, they're attached to our ears and our hips. We have personal data assistants. We have smartphones. We have email. We have voicemail. It kind of reminds me of a joke the late George Carlin once said where he was musing, whatever happened when you called somebody and they weren't home, you just called them back. I mean, now it seems like we're so attached and connected and it's supposed to make us really productive. Have we lost the ability to just relax?
I think in a way we've lost the ability to relax. We've also lost the ability to connect. All of these gadgets, these devices, they're wonderful when we use them appropriately, but there's a real chance for misuse. And when we misuse them, we get stressed out and disconnected, both from our lives and from each other.
Well, it's kind of interesting because I hear stories of people going on vacation. And they're sitting by the pool at their vacation spot, and the cell phone is next to them, and the margarita is right there, and the laptop's in their lap. And, you know, they're not getting any tan on the lap of their legs because the laptop is always there.
Right. A new form of tan line. That's not a baby line, it's a laptop line.
God forbid they would miss a single email even while on vacation.
That's right. And you know what's interesting is there's actually something that we're learning about in literature called technology addiction. According to the American Psychological Association, 6 to 10% of internet users are actually addicted to technology. In the same way that people become addicted to drugs and alcohol in a way. Some of the symptoms are very similar. So when somebody can't leave their technology behind, it's actually a red flag that there may be a problem here. And they're going from use to misuse to possibly abuse of the technology.
Well, it's kind of interesting, too, and I think I had this conversation with someone before going on the air. Sometimes when you call someone, you're almost hoping the voicemail picks up because you really just wanted to leave a quick message.
That's right.
You didn't really actually want to get into a long conversation with that person. I mean, that is the opposite of what the technology was designed for.
Absolutely, it is, and I know plenty of people who prefer that, and I work with a lot of patients who get broken up with over voicemail and email. You know, we've lost the face-to-face contact with each other.
Well, Sheila, we've got about a minute left, but what's your advice for people who are so connected they're disconnected?
My best advice is gain some perspective, set some boundaries, turn off the phone, the cell phone, the voicemail, maybe 8 o'clock at night, and make the rest of the evening be about your life, your friends, your family.
So if you pick a time and you can stick by a time and, you know, maybe as time goes on you can add hours to that or minutes to that, being connected all the time is not always a good thing.
It's not always a good thing. We all need a little bit of rest and a little bit of solitude.
Resident expert on all things within your mind and your psyche is Dr. Sheila Foreman. If you'd like to learn more about Dr. Sheila, if you can catch her, go to her website, drsheilafforeman.com. Sheila, always a pleasure.
Thank you, Don. I love it.